Hello, I'm Stan Stoniker with Hub Culture, the climate partner for the climate group's Climate Week NYC. That's a lot of climates in that. Joining me right now is Rachel Kyte, the Vice President for Sustainable Development at the World Bank. So good to see you.
It's nice to see you again. How are you?
Very well. Tell me, how's it going in terms of the World Bank's involvement with this project, Climate Week NYC, and the idea of the clean revolution at large? Where do you see the World Bank's role in this?
Well, we love the clean revolution because that's exactly what this is all about, and I think that every time we have an opportunity to sort of change the script a little bit and change the nuance around climate change, it really helps. We like Climate Week because they really do bring together a critical group of investors and private sector actors at the same week that all the heads of state are here for the United Nations General Assembly, and then the rest of the world is here for the Clinton Global Initiative. So it kind of sort of is a sort of compressed week of discussions, which is desperately needed. Now, this particular Climate Week is taking place in the context of the US elections. There's a big focus on that. But for us as a development actor, really it's just every opportunity we can have to talk about the need for urgency, the need for practical solutions, talk about the practical solutions that we see happening around the world, and trying to talk about what the barriers are to going to speed and scale.
So what do you think right now is the most urgent priority that the world, and America in particular, should be focused on with regard to the climate issue?
Well, I think in the US, there's a desperate need for a radical center. In this country, most of the great progress that's been made in pollution control, in environmental health and environment regulation has been made from a coalition at the center of politics. So this has traditionally been a big bipartisan issue, and suddenly climate has become highly partisan and it's become highly fractured within society. And we've got to get that back, and I don't quite know exactly how we do that, but one way I think is to talk about competitiveness and jobs and the cutting edge that is being lost by the United States every year, that they do not seize the opportunity that comes from green growth. Globally, I think that we need to start looking at taking away the things which are driving us in the wrong direction, removing the bad subsidies that neither work for green growth nor work for the poor. And so I see an increasing conversation at the level of ministries of finance and planning about how to actually reorient economies towards lower carbon growth or green growth.
Right, and that's not just true in the United States, that's true everywhere around the world, right? Because there's a lot of different issues in a lot of different places, but that efficiency argument in terms of deployment seems to be a universal theme.
Yeah, so I think that we think that whether you're a high-income country, a middle-income country, or a low-income country, there are things that you can do today that put your economy in a greater position to be competitive for a green economy going forward. So for low-income countries, there's a lot of investment in the new build that has to be done in a green way. For middle-income countries, it's about reorienting growth to make it more sustainable, making sure you don't have bad subsidies in place. And for high-income countries, it's about re-engineering. It's about taking the old building stock, just as New York has done, and making it greener. So that wherever you are in the spectrum of growth, you don't grow and then clean up tomorrow. You start re-engineering your growth now.
Got it. Okay, thank you very much, Rachel. That's Rachel Kyte from the World Bank, and I'm Stan with Hub Culture, Climate Week NYC. Thank you.